Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video, ladies and gentlemen. And today, baby, we are back on Hero Summoner. That's right, we're going to be doing a beginner's tips and trick video specifically designed for those beginners. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into the video. All right, jumping right in, ladies and gentlemen, number one on the list is going to be join the Discord. That is right. You need to get in there. You need to join the Hero Summoner Discord. And why, you must ask, why do I need to join the Discord, Kodeations? I can talk to people every now and then here and there in game. Well, 100% you need to join the Discord because not only do they have a tier list, basically like a beginner's tier list guide in the Discord already. Thank you very much, and shout out to free to play Deluxy and then also John for putting together that tier list and those beginners tips that are currently in the Discord. They've worked a shit ton of time probably on doing that, and they have been able to come up with the best heroes to focus on early game and also mid game, and also just a bunch of different tips and stuff that will really help benefit you. But not only that too, we need to grow the community around the game, and it's very, very important for mobile games to have some type of community, whether it's a Facebook community or a Discord community, that a lot of the players can associate and converse with other players on one-on-one interaction, whether it's a private message or also in dedicated channels for these types of games. So again, get into the Hero Summoner Discord if you are not already, and yes, 100% baby, you can check it down in the description below. All right, so number two on the list is going to be take advantage of the free gold in the game, right? So whether you're a free-to-play player, a whale, maybe you're a small spender, it doesn't matter. It's free resources, and guess what, baby? You all know it. Free resources are going to be fantastic resources and the best resources when it comes to mobile games in general. So how do you get these free resources or this free gold? You're going to click on the plus sign up at the gold option in the very top right-hand corner. And you can see there's multiple options for free resources. So the first two are going to be 100% free, and the last one is going to be spending a little bit of diamonds in game. But in my opinion, if you're short on gold and you need some gold, then it's worth spending a little bit of diamonds on getting that gold. But taking a look at this here, you get the free gold every 8 hours. You can collect this, and yes, the resources, take note, the resource in the gold, for instance, the amount goes up the higher you level in the game, which is very, very nice, because that means the gold that you're getting for free isn't going to be just that shabby old little 200 gold that you used to get at the beginning of the game as you get at the end game. It's actually going to scale with your level, and therefore it's going to be 100% worth it to get in here and claim it. Plus it's free, baby. Nobody cares about spending a little bit of diamonds, right, in order to get that resources. But I'm telling you guys, it's 100% free. You need to get in there and redeem and get your free gold. Okay, so that's going to be that one. Number three on the list is going to be patient early on leveling heroes and using resources, because currently in the game, devs, you need to listen to this one. Currently in the game, there is no way to reset your said heroes. So if you've ever been searching for that, it doesn't currently exist yet. But nevertheless, the devs are working on this game. Hopefully we can give them some feedback on it, and that way they can try to make some changes. And maybe that might be one of them. Maybe that's not the way they want to go for the game. Nevertheless, the game is 100% playable without it, but it's definitely a tip or something that I would highly recommend for you guys, especially beginners in the game. Do not just blow your resources on any said hero, because there is no hero reset button. But there is two different options that I can give you in the game that will help fix maybe some of those problems that you have already committed before this game came out. 100%. One of them is going to be decomposing, so you can decompose those heroes. You will get 100% the resources back that you've invested. The second one is going to be pushing those heroes to a certain level in order to feed them to another hero of that same faction or that same class. That's probably the most recommended, because once you feed that hero, no matter how much XP or how many resources you pumped into it, you will get all of those back. Okay, so again, it's not the end of the world if you have already done it, but I would highly recommend you getting into the Discord, going back to number one and posting them in there and checking out those heroes. And if you've already pumped into a hero that you're not going to keep long run, then maybe just ask the Discord community, or ask whoever is in there currently at the time to go ahead and give you the best advice that they can give you when it comes to that said hero, whether you should decompose it, whether you should try to wait and save it and feed it, whatever they recommend doing. But I highly recommend you definitely taking your time and being patient with it, and not just pumping into whatever in order to progress. So that's gonna be my third tip. Number four on that list is that we're going to come into is, in order to 6-star a hero, so going to the star rise section here, in order to 6-star a said hero, that hero actually needs needs to be level 100, so their actual level, so their level here over here that you can see we've got a 200 out of 200, but in order to max level them, in order to 6-star that hero needs to be level 100, and ladies and gentlemen, you have to have already pumped into, let's click on one here, that has to be level 100, as you can see here, but you already also have to, man, did I not have one on here? Where is it? Where is he at? Come on, where's my advanced button option here? There we go. So you actually have to have that hero level at level 100, but you also have to hit the advanced button that pops up at level 100 in order to continue leveling that hero past level 100. If you've been leveling heroes, you already know what I'm talking about. It's very simple, but you have to make sure to also advance them. Then you will be able to go to the Star Rise section here, or go to the castle, and then go all the way down to the bottom to your advanced shrine, whichever one you like to use. You could do it from either menu, but basically in doing so will allow you to finally and officially make a 6-star hero. But until then, you won't be able to make a 6-star hero. I know I'm only mentioning this because I've had several players message me and ask me and say, dude, I can't make a 6-star hero. What the heck's going on? I have all the resources. Yeah, even if you have the resources, it still needs to be level 100, and you still need to advance it past that level 100 point. Okay, so that's going to be it for that one. The number 6 on the list is going to be number 5 on the list is going to be, make sure you click on your team that shows up on the main screen, because it is a different lineup. So what do I mean by that? Well, in this game, there are 2 different types. If you haven't already noticed, when you collect your rewards, you get a online rewards and you get a offline rewards. Okay, so you get, and they're idle rewards, of course, but basically in order to adjust that, fine tune that 100% to get the maximum amount of experience and reputation and rewards and everything else that you're looking for in the game and materials, you want to finesse your lineups. And so your lineup over here to the left hand side that you can see, you've got 6 players. I think the tutorial takes you to it to do it once. I mean, you might just forget about it, but don't forget about it, because this is the reason why. When you click on this lineup here on the home screen, you actually don't want your highest level heroes in here necessarily all the time, or you don't want to just come in here and just randomly select people and fill it, okay? Because what's going to happen is this is actually different from your manual lineup. So what I mean by that is we just clicked on that, right? You can see the heroes that I'm using here. If I click the boss fight button, I'm using a separate stack of heroes. So you can see here that some of them look the same, but when I click in here, there's actually additional heroes sitting right here. So it's a little bit different, right? But the reason why this is because you have a star rating. So the star rating that's up here, your lineup star rating, right now we have 62, right? So if I was to come in here and remove this guy and I was just going to put somebody else in here, the star rating only goes up to 60, and these numbers here change. Well, these numbers are your percentages that you're getting from idling in the game, or basically not doing anything, and those percentages you want to be the maximum or the highest percentages you can, so then you can reap the maximum amount of resources and materials, right? Like in the most amount of time. So you want to basically make your idling as efficient as possible. So in order to do that, you want to make sure that you come in here and you want to swap your said heroes, that whatever heroes you have placed in here, you want to make sure that they have the most stars, not necessarily the levels, but you want to make sure they have the most stars. And then that way, as you can see here, we went from 60 to 62, and all these green numbers leveled up and went up. If you do not remember seeing that, slow the video down or pause it, go back a little bit and check it out and make sure and to compare. But I'm telling you, it's going to be 100% worth it, and you need to do this periodically, because if you're leveling up heroes but you're not coming in here and actually changing in that lineup will stay stagnant for whatever the last time that you leveled it up with. So that's why it's going to be very important to get in there and make sure that you constantly check that, click the idle button. It will save that progress, and then again, you can go into the boss fight, you can change out this lineup to whatever you want it to be, if you want it to be something different, or you're fighting something specific, arena, whatever, and you can come in there and change that lineup. But that's 100% going to be a massive tip for you to make sure that you're achieving maximum idle rewards for the maximum amount of time. So that's going to be coming in at number 5. Number 6 is going to be, that's going to basically bring us into the next point, is going to be bringing us to the island. So in the island section here, if you haven't already been doing this, you can see that every single one of your little islands that you have, the Soul Island, the Gold Island, and the Military Island, every one of them has its own specific level, and according to that level, it allows you to place in heroes in order to idle. So we're going to take a look at the Soul Island just to give you an example, but basically you can see all of this here, your capacity, you can see the output, the power bonus per hour, the VIP bonus per hour, etc. etc. But this is going to be what's going to be huge. You're going to have to make sure you come in here and yes, it's manual. You don't do it automatically. You're going to have to make sure to come in here and do this periodically as you level up your main account. So as our account, as you can see here, we're close to hitting level 100, but as we level up our account and we progress more in the game, that's what's going to be the reason why you're going to have to constantly come in here and constantly hit this challenge button. We can click the challenge button here, and you can see we're just going to attack this basically boss essentially. But once we kill that boss and we actually complete this challenge, our level here will go from level 20 to level 21. Then we go to the idle section here, and we will unlock another one of these sections. And as we place in more heroes, which I highly recommend just clicking the auto button, because it will replace whatever your highest next one is, which is what you want it to do, this amount actually increases. So take a look at this. So I throw this in here, boom, it jumps way up, which means what we're doing is we're actually getting more of these souls. For instance, we're collecting more of those soul crystals at a better rate for the amount of time that we're idling. So that's going to be very, very important, and you can actually do that for each one of these islands. You can see we've already leveled this one up to 21. So with clicking the challenge button, you can continue to climb, but they do get more difficult. So again, you might not be able to clear it every single time, but coming in here and making sure that you do this periodically and making sure that you're clicking on these maximum rewards at the very top is going to be very, very beneficial, because it's going to give you the maximum amount of rewards. Again, just another way that the game is giving you free resources for doing nothing. So that's 100% why we are absolutely in love with this game as a side game, because it's perfect for not doing a whole lot in the game if you don't really want to or need to. So that's going to bring us on to the next point, and that's going to be number 7, is while you are online, you can actually tap on the screen on your campaign. So I don't know if you've known this or not. It's a small little tip. It's actually kind of something that's kind of secret. They don't really advertise it into the game a whole lot, but it's 100% worth it, because I'll tell you why. When you come in here, and you can see here, we're about to complete the stage. We get a full set of heroes, right? We're just idling. We're not doing anything else. But if I come in here and I manually click, you see this star cast that's going down. Look at that. Look how much faster we killed that basically run, or that wave. So the more waves that you complete, right, while idling, is the more resources you're going to gain in that idle time. So if you're sitting here on the home screen, you have nothing really going on, coming through here and do a bunch of clicks. I mean, just sitting here clicking or tapping with your finger if you're using it on a phone, doesn't really matter, but coming in here and clicking allows you to kill them faster, which then means you're gaining more resources in that amount of time. So again, it's just all about maximizing your rewards that you can get in the game. So it's very, very simple, but a pretty cool trick, and like I said, and it's hidden. I mean, not a lot of people know about that one. But number 8 on the list is going to be, do not focus on light and dark heroes early on, especially if you are not a spender in the game. And why do I say that? Yes, light and dark heroes, looking at their kits, are a lot stronger than the other said heroes. But, ladies and gentlemen, do not make the mistake on spending or finding or doing anything like that, spending the resources, in-game resources, on those light and dark heroes if you happen to pull one copy of them, because it's absolutely rare in order to get them. So if you're going to do that, you're going to make sure that you have several copies of that hero that's light and dark that you can actually level and invest in if you are not a spender. So if you're a free-to-play player, do not focus on those guys until you get multiple copies of them. For 1, and for 2, you have enough resources in the bank that you can throw into them and pump into them and make it worth your while. So don't waste your time on those. Number 9 is going to be, shops are your friend in this game. So in the castle section over here, you have several different shops, several different things that you can spend in-game resources on. And the game, the devs does a fantastic job, do a fantastic job on giving you an abundance of different types of shops in the game that you can collect with different types of currency that you can get 100% for free for just playing the game. And it's really, really awesome, because why? Because you can buy specific heroes from these shops. So again, they're rewarding you for free for doing nothing in the game. They're giving you in-game currency, not a game that you have to spend real money on. So that's very, very nice. It's nice to have a game like this that you can play idly and you can still get some type of progression and buy heroes from. So going to the market section, I think is going to be the best, but you go to the market section and you can actually access all of the other stores from the other different options. But as you can see here, we've got 2 heroes here. We've got a whole bunch of heroes here. A whole bunch of, 1 hero here. We've got a whole bunch of heroes here in your guild shop. The soul shop's a bunch of different heroes. Expedition shop's got some heroes, and Dragon Vein also has some heroes. So again, keep in mind though, one thing with the shop section of the game is that some shops do auto refresh after a certain amount of time. So if you want that said hero, make sure to get in there and buy that hero when he is available, if you really want that one. if it's on a refresh shop. Some of them do not refresh, so then you could technically go in there and buy them whenever they're available. So again, very, very nice on the devs. Shout out to them as well for doing that. So again, that's going to be our number 9. Our number 10 tip is going to be with any idle game system, you want to save your resources as in your summons and your dragon orb summons until events roll around. Now, there's going to be a side tip to this. What do I mean by events? In the event section here, you have a weekly hero that will always come around, and that will also change. You have a recommended hero event that goes along hand in hand with that weekly hero. So what I mean by that is the weekly hero currently for us right now is Franken, as you can see, this guy, and then also the recommended hero, which is basically you're going to unlock these as you do so many summons, is what you can see here, or making different 9-star heroes or etc. But in order to do that, you're only going to gain shards for that said hero that's featured in the weekly. So what do I mean by saving up your resources? Save up your summons for these types of events. Yes, 100%. But here's a big but, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're listening. Do not waste them, and do not do a massive summons on the first one that comes around. You want to make sure that it's the hero that you want to focus on and that what you want to get additional copies for, because by doing this, you're going to be able to summon additional copies of that said hero for the weekly hero. Obviously, you're going to get the 1 copy from him, and then you're also going to get the recommended ones. But you don't want to do that on just any said hero. You want to do it on the hero that you absolutely want to get, okay? So that's why it's going to be 100% crucial. And then last but not least, for our tips and tricks video, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be awakened materials is very important in this game, and the awakened materials is going to be in the bags, in the items, and you can see these banners here, and yes, they are specific to class. So you're going to have the warrior, you're going to have the assassin, the ranger, the priest, the wizards. Those materials are going to become crucial, and you're going to absolutely 100% want to gain them and get your hands on them as much as possible, because once you hit a 7-star or above hero, it becomes a recommendation, it becomes a requirement in order to continue to star up those said heroes from 7 stars and beyond. So you want to make sure that you get those. Now, where do you get those, Kodeations? I know you're going to ask me that, and where you get those are going to be multiple different places, but you're going to get them in the Gate of Void on the very, very top. You can buy them in real life packs, of course, and real money packs. You can buy them 100%. You can also buy them with in-game currency on certain packs when certain events comes around. You can buy them, or you can get them from the advance wheel when they are on here. You can see we've got Ranger ones currently available. You can get them from event rewards in general, as I just mentioned. And last but not least, you can also get them from clearing specific stages in the campaign mode. They actually reward those, and they can also be rewarded from idle rewards in the campaign mode. We'll be releasing an idle video very, very shortly, so stay tuned on the channel for that when it drops, because I'm going to teach you guys how to maximize your idle rewards across the board. But that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a video. And if you want to play the game, ladies and gentlemen, please use the link down below in the description. It helps me out. It helps out the channel. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys on the next one.